We have a great personality, Dr. Vishal, with us. I would like you to tell about yourself, the research, what you are doing, and especially I was excited and impressed by him because he is also, among so many things, he also specializes in one superfood, and one that superfood is jaggery. Jaggery. In all my CB, I strongly recommend, I strongly advise you to have jaggery in your food, in your meal. It's very important.
My name is Dr. Vishal Sardeshpande. I am a professor at IIT Bombay and I am worked in various industrial sectors. So one of the passion what I carry is how to get rid of white refined sugar. So the whole culprit for all of us is when Britishers introduced in 1903 this white refined sugar and we lost our traditional wisdom of jaggery. What is a jaggery? Jaggery is nothing but it's a raw sugar, or rather, it's a condensed form of sugarcane juice, which contains all the vitamins, minerals, polyphenols. When human body got developed over the millions of years, this was the food humans were eating. And now I'm working on a concept called as raw as possible. So this is very much aligned with what jaggery is. So jaggery is a raw food. What it does, so there are variety of advantages of jaggery. One is, since all the minerals are there, they are very important in our all mechanism of body. Particularly if we look at copper, chromium, iron, magnesium, all these things have some role. Just to tell you, the chromium, which has a role of triggering your insulin release. Same way, there are polyphenols which are present in the jaggery, which delays the release of your sugar in the bloodstream. So that has another advantage. So, but the challenge was to produce jaggery in the purest form. So, like Jyotendra ji has a scientific meditation, we have a scientific process of processing jaggery. So, we have a patented technology which was developed over 10 to 12 years. So, I have given my life to this mission of developing good quality of jaggery. We have a plant located in Lavre and we have our jaggery is available. So whosoever is interested, look at our website and other details. And if you have any question, I am available here to answer your questions. Fine, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor.
So let's understand it categorically. Like first is the sugar. Then people talk about this thing called raw sugar or brown sugar. Okay, brown sugar is sugar. See what happens is in sugar processing, you strip all the chemicals and minerals and polyphenols. The objective function is to achieve white crystal. That's the sugar making. And this brown sugar is again a sugar where they tweak certain parameters to make it brown. So it is a sugar. Now let's come to jaggery. Now jaggery, what has happened in jaggery? Because of a lot of people coming from sugar sector, to ease the process, people started using chemicals everywhere. So in the olden days, there were no chemicals. So this was a very patientful process of cleansing jaggery, the removing impurities using bhindi sap and lime. Now people don't have patience. The big kadhais are there and they want quick. So people add sulfur. People add variety of phosphor and all industrial grade chemicals which are used in sugar. So the disadvantage is your minerals and polyphenols go down drastically. The third thing now is since they do this, the color goes down. So they add this jalebi color or whatever artificial color and the jaggery is sold in the market. So it's very challenging. Unless, so there are certain guidelines, what is a good quality of jaggery. Now there is a myth is there that the black jaggery is a good jaggery. To some extent that myth is right, because if you don't add any chemicals, the natural process of making jaggery, your jaggery becomes darker. But the dark side is because of no control in the process. When you look at our jaggery, it's like yellow, pale yellow color. Okay, so the other thing you will learn in a bad quality jaggery is when you put it in the mouth, the sweetness is very high. that means they have added sugar in the jagged. The third thing, if it is shining crystals, then they have added sulfur. You know? And you will have some salty taste if your tongue is calibrated. It is difficult for young generation to have their tongue calibrated because I have tested it. They can't feel difference. But those who are above 40, they must have tasted sometime some good quality jaggery, so they can quickly tell, "Arey, this is a good quality." So this is what is there. So, but the last point is, you should always look at the brand whether they are showing their factory. You know, the crux is what kind of transparencies they are bringing on the table. Because 95% brands are just lip service. They are buying from somewhere, selling to the market just by putting good wrappers. Okay. Thank you very much.